China is always striving to create something far superior to and more efficient than that of any other country on the planet. That is why there are so many electric vehicle startups cropping up in China, and they are in the business of producing EVs that are low-cost, elegant, and efficient. Will this affect Tesla's dominance? Will Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers dominate Europe and America in the future years? I will be answering all of these questions in today's video, so stay tuned till the end and let's dive right in. We can't discuss electric vehicles without mentioning China. As North America slowly and hesitantly enters the electrification and green energy field, the Chinese market is flooded with battery-powered alternatives to ordinary mobility. The country's passion for electric vehicles has generated a gold rush-style boom, with new firms and products springing up at a breakneck pace. Chinese shoppers are gobbling them up like it's going out of style. Hundreds of electric vehicle firms are currently in operation. China contributed 22.6% of Tesla's total sales, up from slightly less than 20% a year earlier. Elon Musk's manufacturer has established a presence in Shanghai. It began supplying locally manufactured automobiles soon before the pandemic outbreak in January 2020. This implies Tesla appears to be doing well in China. But will this continue in the future years? Because these Chinese electric car startups are developing low-cost EVs. Because of China's cheaper production costs and the country's incentives for electric vehicles, China can achieve economies of scale in EV manufacturing, implying that China is capable of producing competitive EVs. Consider the Hongguang Mini, which is currently the best-selling electric vehicle in China. When it comes to volume in the Chinese market, this strange little box leaves the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y in the dust. Wuling is now able to produce roughly 30,000 of these automobiles per month in their first year of production. In China, around 270,000 of these vehicles were sold. The business anticipates that yearly deliveries will reach 1.2 million automobiles by the end of 2022. Now, the Hongguang Mini has a huge benefit, and that is its low price. The cost is not only reasonable but also extremely low. The starting price is under $4.5 thousand. Even fully loaded, you can still purchase one for roughly $6.5 thousand. Yes, you heard me right. It is inexpensive. For that price, you get a car with 2 doors, 4 seats, and a sliver of trunk space. It's roughly the same size as a smart car, and it's powered by a single rear-mounted electric motor. So I mentioned all of that to demonstrate that Chinese electric vehicle car makers are developing low-cost EVs that are gaining supremacy in the EV industry, replacing Tesla. Can Tesla maintain its supremacy in the face of low-cost EVs produced in China? They certainly can. So I believe they can keep their supremacy because most of these Chinese startups do not have their battery plants. So they are at the whim of battery suppliers, as opposed to Tesla, which has its own battery factory. NIO and XPeng are Tesla's main competitors. They have created attractive electric vehicles at reasonable prices, but these electric vehicle manufacturers have been hampered by battery availability. I predict that the Chinese government will soon intervene to guarantee that CATL, the world's largest battery supplier, supplies enough batteries to local EV producers. As a result, the Chinese EV will be able to compete with Tesla for dominance. Another method Chinese electric vehicle intends to compete with Tesla is to expand manufacturing outside China and into other regions of the world. XPeng aspires to be a worldwide car maker. According to Vice President and Chairman Brian Gu, half of all car deliveries are delivered to nations other than China. This indicates that we will see more Chinese EVs in Europe, North America, and most likely South America. Gu stated that XPeng, located in Guangzhou, will spend more in overseas markets this year and expects to penetrate Sweden, Denmark, and the Netherlands the next year. This will undoubtedly be a direct competitor to Tesla. As we all know, Tesla controls the European and US electric car markets. Other Chinese manufacturers have concentrated their early global expansion in the country, where government incentives have boosted domestic demand for electric vehicles. NIO, a Chinese startup listed in the United States, built a flagship store in Oslo and began local automobile deliveries in September. BYD, which is sponsored by billionaire Warren Buffett in the United States, began exporting electric cars to Norway this summer and plans to deliver 1.5 thousand vehicles by the end of the year. BYD said this week that it has begun shipping to the Dominican Republic after a similar expansion to Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, Uruguay, Costa Rica, and the Bahamas in October. Whether Tesla and Elon Musk like it or not, Chinese EVs are flooding the market and attempting to outcompete Tesla in the EV industry. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned and see you next time.